Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. We're presented by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Time to shine the light right now on water polo. Winners of 4 of its last 6, and the 2 losses certainly agonizing by 1 goal with Graham Lindner. And Graham, for your team right now, you guys seem to be finding a little bit of a stride right now. Got a nice big win up at Bucknell, winning by a count of 10-9. Close games have certainly not been any secret to this team this season. What's been the good things that have helped you all start to find yourselves a little bit here with this stretch of 4 wins in the last 6 matches?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that's helped us out is kind of clicking on defense. Been practicing a lot. Louis really emphasizes that like we have to be a defensive team, and so we've been practicing that a lot, and it's showing in games. And then also there's been some people that have stepped up big time for big time goals, big time assists, and big time good contributions.
We talk about it in all sports. What makes a clutch player late in a water polo match?
I just think that that mentality that you're going to go out and do whatever it takes. If you get the ball, you're not being scared, you're not being timid. Like you have the confidence that you can make the shot that's going to win the game every single time.
This is a sport that requires so much, not only strategic focus, but the maintaining your body through the course of an entire season. And certainly there's swimming in your background and water polo in your background. But as a water polo player, and obviously being a senior, you're a veteran at this. What's the key to surviving a water polo season and keeping your body at maximum efficiency to be able to perform well, not only when the season starts, but more importantly, as you're getting closer and closer to potential postseason play?
I think the key is maintenance, and that comes into a lot of different factors. It's like stretching before you get in the pool, doing a proper warm up, doing a proper warm down. When you're in the weight room, making sure that that's tailored towards what your body needs that day, and not pushing yourself too much, but also still getting that strength work in. We have a great trainer who helps us out a lot because water polo players are pretty prone to shoulder injuries. So he helps us work out some issues with that. And it all comes down to just doing what's best for your body and what you need to do to get through the season.
The fact that, your legs, I don't think your legs ever get a breather from the start of the season until it's over. And I know you mentioned, the weight training portion of it, but just leg maintenance itself in particular. What's the key here? Is there any kind of a secret? Is there just a matter of each day focusing on what's necessary to make sure you maintain that particular portion of your body? Because legs are almost like a machine in this game with the great players.
Yeah, I wish there were a secret. That would make it a lot easier. But I think really it's all about just like I said before, daily maintenance. Like you come into practice and your hips are tight, just do a little extra hip stretching. If your knee's bothering you, go see the trainer and make sure you lay off on leg lifts or whatever you need to do. And then just making sure that you do the best you can so that you can stay mobile and agile and strong in the water.
Is there a food that is a constant for you during the course of in season?
Yeah, before every game and practice, I have a chocolate chip Cliff Bar and a Go-Go Squeeze, little applesauce patches. Those are my favorites.
Got the Go-Go Squeeze in my pantry, my friend. Those are definitely go-tos throughout the course of the day. That's for sure. Being a local guy, and I know plenty of people that played lacrosse at Loyola, football at Loyola, soccer currently at Loyola. What is it about that Loyola Blakefield experience that prepares you for something like this at the Naval Academy?
Well, on the athletic side, the swimming and water polo programs, especially the swimming, is pretty storied program. Won a lot of MIA championships, and like we have that mindset that like we're training to be the best, and that transfers heavily over to water polo and athletics here at the Naval Academy. Like you go into practice every day knowing that you're training to be the best, and that's the expectation.
You and Peter are doing great work in the classroom right now, and I love talking about this portion of it with our athletes. So much demand on you, so much is asked of you to be a Division I athlete, and then also be a even higher class student, quite frankly, than that. For you, it's been the key to not only, surviving all of this, but thriving in all of this right now as you and Peter are incredibly high up within your group in terms of academic order of merit?
Yeah, I think it comes down to surrounding yourself with the right group of people, and then figuring out a good time management schedule. I know like plebe year, that was something I struggled with, figuring out like what works for me, how I study. But luckily, like the trial of fire kind of just got thrown into it, and had to figure out a way to make sure that I'm managing all my time properly, getting my homework done, getting my assignments done, studying for tests, making sure I'm the most prepared that I can be, and then just seeking out those people that are going to push you in school, that are gonna tell you to study for your tests and get your homework done, and push you to be the best student in the classroom.
Daily to play against guys like Jake, Michael, and others. I mean, what is it about your practices that really push you guys to the quality that you have? That, I mean, let's face it. I mean, you guys play some of the best when it comes to the water polo schedule, but just thoughts on the quality of those practices during the week that really get you prepared for those matches.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty close, which is important, because if people aren't doing what they need to do, then you don't feel uncomfortable like calling them out for it, telling them they need to work harder. And then, like you said, like there's great talent in the pool that we have, and seeking out those matchups, like getting in the pool and saying, I'm going to match up with you all practice, and we're going to go at it the whole time. And that's going to make you better, and it's going to make me better. And that's just something special that we can kind of get every single day.
Why water polo?
Well, I started as a swimmer. And I love swimming, but water polo, it's like swimming, but way more fun. You don't have to just look at a black line all day. You get to, and there's a huge team aspect to it, which is really important to me. Being a part of a team is one of the greatest things I can ask for. Just because you have those people that'll push you and that'll make you a better person and a better player. Having
broadcast several water polo matches, I probably know the answer to this question, but I'll get it from you directly. The hijinks and the shenanigans that go on underneath the water, fact or fiction in water polo?
I guess it kind of depends on who you're matched up against, but it's probably more often fact than fiction.
How do you manage that physicality that the referees can't see and that you have to play through during the course of a game?
It's just a mindset. Like, they're gonna mess with me, I'm not gonna let it happen. And you send somebody a lesson, then they'll learn that one pretty quickly.
Being a senior now in this program, when you look back at this journey for you, the difference between Graham Lindner that started at the Naval Academy and the one that exists right now within this water polo brotherhood that, as you know, you will take with you pretty much everywhere you go for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a big change, and that's like honestly one of the reasons I came to the Naval Academy, just because you see people who go through here and how they started out and how they finished. I think it's just all lessons in learning how to deal with adversity, whether it comes with like tough practices or tough games, or not doing what you want, not getting what you want. And you learn that pretty fast here, especially in a D1 sport. And it just helps you grow as a person and as a leader, which is like the ultimate mission of the Naval Academy.
I was going to say, I mean, you can talk to people about how to do it, but until you do it, is that really, when you find out, hey, I am capable of taking on these challenges?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can always like talk to people who have gone through it before, look at people who are your mentors, but like until you go through it, you're never really going to understand what it takes and what you need to do and what it takes out of you to carry through adversity.
Great. Appreciate the time. Best of luck to your teammates as you all play up in New York this weekend with a pair of matches. Thanks for the time today.
Awesome. Thank you.